إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد عبد الله بن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تحترقون فإذا صليتم الفجر غسلتها ثم تحترقون فإذا صليتم الظهر غسلتها ثم تحترقون فإذا صليتم العصر غسلتها ثم تحترقون فإذا صليتم المغرب غسلتها ثم تحترقون فإذا صليتم العشاء غسلتها ثم تناموا فلا يكتب عليكم حتى تستيقظوا. This hadith is very hopeful for those people who are steadfast on the salah. حديث عظيم للذي يحافظ على الصلوات الخمس في وقتها. Very hopeful. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you're burning. Then you pray Fajr, then it washes it away. Washes what? The fire. In reality, washes what? The sins. Salah erases the sins, and the sins are the cause for the fire. So the Prophet ﷺ talked about the sins as if they are actual fire because they lead to it. So he said, ﷺ, you're sinning. Then you pray Fajr, it erases your sins. Then you're burning again. Between Fajr and Dhuhr, whatever sins you commit, once you open your mouth, more than likely you commit sins. So you accumulate that, and that's a reason for fire. So you're burning. You pray Dhuhr, and then Salat al-Dhuhr washes away the sins, which means saves you from the fire. Then you're burning. Again. Then you pray Asr, it washes it off again. Then you're burning. Then you pray Maghrib, it washes the sins away. Then you're burning. You pray Isha, it washes the sins away. Then he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you go to sleep and nothing is written against you when you are asleep, because we know the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that 3 times that we are not accounted when we are asleep, and before we reach maturity, and if we are forced. So if you're forced, you're not accounted, and if you are asleep, you're not accounted for your sins. If you commit any, and I know you're going to ask me, especially the children, how can you commit a sin when you are asleep? Well, there are many ways. Well, this is not the place to talk about it, but you can sin when you are asleep if they were to be accounted, because you have people who walk when they're asleep, and you have people dream when they are asleep, and they act upon their dream, and they hit, and they move, and they do many things when you are asleep. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't account for that. 5 daily prayers takes care of your sins. Wudu properly takes care of your sins. Those who do the wudu good, do the salah good. Now this works only if your salah is accepted. So don't think just because you prayed you're taken care of. Salah has to be accepted, wudu has to be accepted. Those who care for their wudu and they do it properly, more than likely they care for the salah and they will do it properly. Those who just go to the bathroom to splash water on their body parts and think that they made wudu, more than likely the wudu is not accepted and the salah is not accepted. Because anyway, if the wudu is not perfect, the salah is not accepted. So really salah acceptance depends so much on the wudu. And wudu does the same thing, washes your sins. The Prophet ﷺ said, with every drop of water, your sins fall off your body when you wash yourself. So you go to salah, and that gives more washing and more time in between. A lot of people between wudu and between salah, there is time, and there are talks, and there are texts, and there are phone calls, and there are people you meet, and there are ideas you plan. So yes, you can commit a lot of sins between wudu and salah. So salah takes care of it, and wudu takes care of it. If one of those is not properly done, but accepted, they will compensate each other. This is like you pray your fard and your fard is not perfect. Your sunnah compensates for that. That's why you don't find a very good Muslim who doesn't pray the sunnah, only prays the fard. Because the more good you are, the more truthful you are, the more caring for the Jannah you are, you want to make sure that you go there. Therefore, you do everything possible to do it. Sins are the causes of every evil on earth. Whether you have psychological problem, family problem, social problem, mental problem, every problem is because of sins. That's why Qatada radiyallahu anh told us, he said, إن هذا القرآن يدلكم على دائكم ودوائكم. This Quran shows you your diseases and the cure for it. وَأَمَّا دَاؤُكُمْ فَهِيَ الذُّنُوبُ. Your diseases are the sins. وَأَمَّا دَوَاؤُكُمْ فَهُوَ الْإِسْتِغْفَارِ. As for your sins, the cure for it is to say astaghfirullah. So you have astaghfirullah, and you have wudu, and you have salah. How can you not go to Jannah? نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلنا وإياكم من أهل الجنة. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you from the people of Jannah. Take care of your wudu, take care of your salah, and always make istighfar. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.